Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We have caught the legendary Pokemon, Gary Cardone. That's right. We actually caught him. I know, it sounds crazy, but we caught him, friends. We have crypto's juiciest news today. We're going to look at the Bitcoin, Ethereum, ETH, BTC price. But first, I'm just sharing with you competitive edge information. Look at this. Okay, here is Gary. Gary has been caught. Now, of course, we also have another Gary, Mr. Gary Woods. There's also, these are the two favorite Garys now in the game. So, Gary Cardone, he's the twin brother of Grant. Okay, he has just discovered real DeFi is undervalued. Here is the tweet, and everyone is going nuts. Right now on Twitter, everybody is retweeting this. I saw this like in minutes, just going nuts, bang, 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 retweeting and posting it. Okay, so shout out to Hexternaut, saying, if you want your money protected, Gary, there is really no other choice. Any Richard Hart product is safe, no admin keys, okay? He was replying to Gary. Gary's basically, see friends, these people, they are part of mainstream society, and now they're coming in. And now they're like, all right, crypto, you've survived for 14 years. Show me what you can do. And then when they come and look, you got literally like Max Kaiser going, do not seek yield. Do not seek yield. You have him like that. Then you have Corey Cuckstein saying, yeah, everybody who like makes an altcoin should like go to jail, man. Like you have those types of weirdos and everyone else, okay? Now, they're not really weirdos because if you're a Bitcoin maxi, that's what you want. You want that in the game, okay? And then they come in and they're like, yeah, man, what the hell's going on over there with these weirdos? You know what I mean? Like they don't know these weirdos have like, 40,000 Bitcoin, okay? They just look like a bunch of nerds running around. So these people coming in and they're like, okay, what do you offer in terms of like trying to extend the Constitution of America, freedom and liberty and all these, like what do you have to offer? See, Bitcoin started the idea, but unfortunately now, friends, Bitcoin, you see, because Bitcoin's just the base money, there are no proper bridges. There is no decentralization in terms of swapping and doing stuff because in Bitcoin land, all of that is like illegal and sinful. So Gary comes in and he's like saying, he's like, all right, I like this Bitcoin movement. And he's literally saying, he's like, well, there's just a lot of weird stuff going on. Like he hears about Michael Saylor and then wanting to do the mining things. And then he's hearing about Roca Negra. And he's like, that's weird. You guys want to like change, you guys, like the Wall Street insiders of the US Fed, you guys like publicly want to change Bitcoin to proof of work. Like he knows these weird stuff going on. And it's very like, it's very counter to the movement that he's seeing. He's like, that's weird because he can see it. For all of us, we're brainwashed. Why? Why are we brainwashed? By the green candles. We see the number go up and we're like, oh, golly gee, it's going to save the world. It ain't saving poop, okay? It's saving you from being poor. That's basically what you're hoping it would happen, okay? Now, these guys come in, they've already made it. So they don't see these as a ticket to get rich. They already made it, okay? So they're coming in and he's just seeing these principles. So here we are, Gary, the bottom left with the arrows saying, I will load up $1 million in it today. I am so fed up with decentralized Bitcoin. I'm also looking forward to hearing pitches at full. So I don't know if that's the same reply. So you get to see, friends, these people coming in, okay? What did I tell you? I told you in our bubble, it's cool, isn't it? But the cycle repeats. The cycle repeats. There's more people outside of crypto than there are in. There are more people. But a lot of people are in 419 million. Okay, 419 million is not 7 billion. So there's still more people to come in. But you're seeing everyone else come in, from mainstream, real estate world, stock market boom world, all these. And they're really, this is the harsh truth people in crypto have to realize. These people coming in, I know you think they're late and they don't get it, but they actually get it more than all of us. Because these people, friends, think of them like grandmas, grandpas, mums and dads who are old. They don't like using telephones. And then Steve Jobs comes in and he makes the iPhone, okay? Steve Apple. Now, Steve Apple's iPhone was so easy and intuitive to use. All our parents use it, okay? They have to zoom in and stuff, but it's amazing, right? They are the real market. They're actually, I know they're the late ones, but they're actually the testament to how good the product is. So you have to listen to them, okay? They're using Facebook today, okay? They're using Facebook that's a testament to how good the product is. Because they're like, hey man, you're able to reach the very, very, very end of people who don't want to use it. It's like Uncle Peter Schiff, who's a friend of the channel, watches the channel. These people, they don't like the product, but it's so freaking good they're using it. So when Gary and Grant have a look at Bitcoin, they're like, okay, how do I like use this thing? And they're like, oh, you hold it. He's like, okay, but it's not moving anywhere. They're like, yeah, it has. And what you guys do is you show him the freaking chart from 10 years ago that, wow, look at it, it went up 1,000,000x. He's like, yeah, bro, that's 10 years ago, man. That's like telling me, let me go buy like a single better in like in Miami or whatever in like 1982 and then hold it forever. He's like, I can't do that today, right? So they are more in tune with the market than people think. And that's why he is Moltres. Yes, Reds. Okay, Moltres has an ability to pump bags. Do you understand? Gary Cardone is one of the most legendary bird Pokemon. When Gary flaps his flaming wings, they glimmer with a dazzling red glow, heating up the bulls to pump real DeFi bags, PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex. Oh, friends. one of my friends asked me, why did you choose legendary bird Pokemon? And the answer is because Gary and Grant, they look like American Chads. They're like chiseled chins. They're like inspirational to like young and middle-aged men. I just thought it'd be funny just because birds, friends, just flying around, flapping wings. It just looks funny. That's why. Okay, moving on. And also, remember earlier, so he's got a brother. His brother Articuno, Grant, was also seen pumping bags. So, friends, you know, I had a prophecy and I've spoken to many people about this 2 years ago. 2022, long time ago now, it feels like it. And I literally said, I go, look, man, people are trading Richard Hart coins as if it has to speak to them. That's very selfish. You got to think bigger. I see the vision. I'm like, all right, this guy, I think he can build an empire for everyone and onboard people outside of crypto. I think he can onboard people outside of crypto way better than 99% of people in crypto right now. Way better. They don't have communications. They don't speak. You notice, friends, Richard, he does things on purpose, right? Look at the term we coined, real DeFi, right? I started making that campaign for real DeFi. It's because it goes to the American Constitution principles. And guess what? America's got the biggest market cap GDP in the world. It's got the most amount of billionaires running around, okay? And this is just like a testament, again, to how effective that is. Because look, man, you know, Polygon, imagine the Polygon dudes going like, hey, Gary, do you know what zero knowledge EVM is? Bro, don't care. We don't care. We're literally moving database cells on the internet. No one gives a shit. So these are the things you got to think about when you're looking forward, okay? Not financial advice. I'm just telling you this is how I see the vision. I'm like, okay, forget yourself today, okay? Stop judging everyone around you. Stop thinking about yourself. Think about everyone outside the system, okay? Once you start thinking about everyone outside the system, your brain starts to think about, all right, are there people looking in who are going to find this fantastic to look at? Okay, now you might think no, but let me tell you something. You're probably wrong. Why? Because you ain't a billionaire yet, are you? Okay, so clearly there are things you can improve on. And now the best part is, friends, the Bitcoin dominance chart just shows you we're still a bit early, okay? Bitcoin dominance has not flipped to red. This is obviously, you know, the market percentage ratio of Bitcoin versus everything else. Once it flips red, once we flip red down here, it means Bitcoin isn't in favor anymore, which we've seen, okay? I've told you, it's literally just the inverse of the ETH BTC chart, which is here, okay? ETH BTC, this is a weekly candle. This is like a super, super strong weekly candle. But of course, you know, it takes time to play out. So where are we hoping this goes? I hope throughout 2025, this continues to go up, maybe even break it sideways. I'm hoping it goes up over time. We might see this peak around here. I don't know if we get our bull market cut off, but Ethereum flipping Bitcoin is up here, okay? So it has been trending up over time. And of course, you know, Richard Hart chose Ethereum EVM because he knew, okay, Ethereum has clearly won the game. I know, you're probably thinking, what about Solana? What about Solana? Yeah, what about Solana, okay? Did you get in the ICO? No. I made 108x on Solana buying it when no one knew what the freaking hell Solana was, okay? Yes, I did not go all in at $8, okay? But it doesn't really matter, okay? Because at the end of the day, you are trying to play for the big, real, juicy move. And the big, real, juicy move is the money rotating into Ethereum. Where's it going to go? Now, here's the thing. You might say it's going to go to Solana. I'm going to tell you something. When seasons appear and they fade off, they don't come back again. You're going to see that, okay? Cardano in 2021 did not have like 5 seasons. So did BNB didn't have 5 seasons. Matic didn't have 5 seasons. So you just saw, you're seeing right now like a Solana season. Yeah, once that's done, people just move on. They're like locusts. Very alarming too. The Bitcoin chart, right? This is the monthly super trend. It needs to close above 44,500 to flip it green. When it does, by the way, friends, it's now go time for the bull, but there's usually 2 months of cooling off period after that, whenever it flips green on the monthly. It hasn't. It did flip it and it's come back down. We got to close this month. I don't know what's going to happen for the end of the month. Maybe it happens next month. I would like that, and you would like that too. Because if it happens in Feb, then maybe March and April is 2 months for us to like cool off in Bitcoin, but altcoins to go nuts. And then they're going to cut interest rates May 1st. Maybe that's the topping month for altcoins, right? That'll conclude 3 months of altcoins going nuts. That will be an alt season, okay? And then if that happens, sweet. Then we're going to have to think about how high things go in there. But right now, if you told me, okay, the US Fed cuts rates today. US Fed cuts rates today, and that's it, okay? I would just blatantly tell you, the only thing I see that it's expensive out of the big stuff is Bitcoin. Ethereum, not expensive. Altcoins, mostly nowhere near expensive, not even close. I don't even care if they go down 50%, by the way. I don't care. They're still cheap, way cheap compared to where everything is right now. So remember, just because things go down, if you don't get out, doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It just means like, you know what? I don't see euphoria. Because you saw even in 2020, we weren't euphoric in many coins and they still halved. They went from minus 90% down to minus 95%. That second leg lower again from the zombie virus. Okay, so that's the important mindset to keep. You know, it's interesting though. If you look at the bubbles, friends, the bubbles, you get to see something. You get to see, I'm shocked, right? Our bags here, PulseX, Pulse and P. Of course, friends, I got a lot of coins, a lot of other bags. Just, you know, we're having fun here. Okay, Anton has been up, everything else down. It could be, also Linky Boo is up as well. So these are just bubbles. They don't really matter. Doesn't really care. What I would just encourage you to think about now is, all right, if you are able to participate in cycle 1 coins, new cycle 1 narratives, new things, okay, if you can participate in them and they pay you good money, and look, friends, I know the hard part is like, when do you exit? No one knows, man. No one knows, okay? Someone tells you to exit on a 3x, it's going to go 30. Someone tells you to hold for a 10x, it stops at 4x and then drops down. That's the game, okay? Got to make a system. If you take any profits in these, keep adding to your core altcoins. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not adding to Bitcoin stack. I'm not adding to Ethereum. I'm adding to the core altcoins. That's it. So that's just what I'm doing, not financial advice. Go buy bonds, speak to an advisor if you want, friends. Remember, like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.